Attention passionate Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news, alright. Steelers Nation, buckle up because today we're diving deep into some of the most exciting and pivotal developments happening right now around the team, and more specifically in the AFC North. As Steelers fans, we've seen our team go through ups and downs over the years, but this season looks like it might be shaping up as one of the most intriguing in recent memory, especially when you look at how certain players are stepping up and making a real difference. And one name that's been catching the attention of analysts, coaches, and fans alike is none other than Mike Hilton, the Steelers' cornerback who's been absolutely shining this year. Now, I know many of you have been paying close attention to the Steelers' defensive unit, which historically has been one of the strongest in the league, especially under the leadership of Coach Mike Tomlin. But this season, it feels like there's an extra spark, a renewed sense of purpose, and a lot of that comes down to the performances of key players like Hilton. Brian Batko, a respected sports journalist and analyst, recently shared some insights that really hit home about Hilton's importance to this team. Batko is known for his sharp, detailed analysis of the NFL, and when he talks about Hilton, he emphasizes how crucial he's been in the Steelers' defensive scheme. You see, Hilton is not just your average cornerback. He's someone who understands the game on a deeper level. His ability to read routes, anticipate throws, and break up passes has been nothing short of exceptional this season. It's like he's got a sixth sense for where the ball is going, and that's a skill that can turn the tide of a game in an instant. During last week's game, for example, Hilton made a couple of key plays that prevented a crucial drive from turning into points for the opposition. Those plays might not always show up on the highlight reels, but they're the kind of plays that keep your team in the game and give your offense the chance to capitalize. But it's not just his individual skills that make Hilton so valuable. It's also how he fits into the team's broader defensive strategy. The Steelers have always been known for their aggressive, physical style of defense, and Hilton exemplifies that perfectly. His quick reflexes, combined with his agility and football IQ, allow him to support the safeties and linebackers in coverage, making the secondary a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Plus, his leadership qualities shine through on the field. You can see him communicating with teammates, adjusting coverage, and motivating the younger players to keep their focus and intensity high. In fact, Batko pointed out that Hilton's chemistry with the rest of the secondary has been a key factor in the team's defensive success this year. When your secondary is playing as a cohesive unit, it's much harder for offenses to find gaps or develop rhythm. And Hilton's versatility, being able to cover slot receivers and also step up in run support, gives the Steelers a lot of flexibility defensively. This kind of adaptability is exactly what you need when facing the diverse offenses that the AFC North throws at you week after week. Now, if we zoom out a bit and look at the bigger picture, the Steelers are currently in a very competitive position in the division and the conference. They've had some impressive wins, and their record is looking promising as the season progresses. The AFC North has always been known for its physicality and grit, with teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns all trying to stake their claim as division champs. But the Steelers seem to be positioning themselves as serious contenders, and players like Hilton are central to that effort. His playmaking ability and leadership on the field help elevate the entire defense, which in turn helps the team as a whole. And let's not forget, the Steelers have a storied history of strong defenses. Think back to the Steel Curtain era, and you'll see how vital a dominant defense is for a team with a solid, if not spectacular, offense. Right now, the team is leaning on that tradition, and players like Hilton are keeping that legacy alive. The coaching staff has also been working tirelessly to develop the younger players and maximize the strengths of veterans like Hilton, which creates an environment where the best players can thrive. But it's also worth mentioning how this season could be a turning point for Hilton's career. At this stage in his NFL journey, he's entering the prime of his career, and performances like these not only boost his reputation, but could also lead to bigger contracts, more recognition, and even a shot at All-Pro honors. For Steelers fans, it's thrilling to see one of our own rise to this level of performance and become a cornerstone of our defense. Looking ahead, the upcoming stretch of games is going to be critical for the Steelers. They face some tough opponents, teams with potent offenses that will test the secondary, and Hilton's role will be more vital than ever. If he continues to play at this high level, it could be the difference maker in clutch moments, helping Pittsburgh secure playoff positioning and perhaps even a deep run in the postseason. The AFC is stacked this year, with teams like Kansas City, Miami, and Buffalo all vying for supremacy, but the Steelers are quietly building momentum, and their defense, anchored by players like Hilton, could be the secret weapon that propels them further. Now, for all of us Steelers fans, this is the kind of performance and story that keeps the passion alive. Seeing our players step up, play with heart, and truly make a difference on the field is what makes supporting this team so special. Hilton's rise this season is a reminder that talent, hard work, and determination can turn a good player into a game changer. And it's not just about one player, it's about the collective effort. The defensive line, the linebackers, the safeties, all working in harmony, are creating a formidable unit that opponents are struggling to handle. And in the grand scheme of things, this season could be a pivotal chapter in the Steelers' ongoing quest for another Super Bowl. The franchise has a rich history of success, and every year brings new hopes and dreams of bringing that Lombardi trophy back to Pittsburgh. The way players like Hilton are performing now, and the overall team chemistry, hint that this might be one of those seasons where everything clicks. The Steelers' fanbase is riding high, and with each game, the belief grows stronger that this team can do something special. Of course, we have to keep our eyes on the challenges ahead. The AFC North is a brutal division, and rival teams are not going to give up their spots easily. The Ravens, with Lamar Jackson's dynamic playmaking, are always dangerous. The Bengals, led by Joe Burrow and that high-powered offense, are looking to prove they're still the team to beat. And the Browns, with their stout defense and strong running game, are lurking as well. But if the Steelers continue to develop their defense and players like Hilton keep performing at this level, they might just have what it takes to emerge at the top of this fierce division. Now, let's take a moment to appreciate the coaching staff, who have been doing a fantastic job of putting players in positions to succeed. Coach Tomlin's leadership, combined with the defensive coordinator's schemes, allows players like Hilton to thrive and make impactful plays. The Steelers' organization has always prioritized smart, disciplined football, and this season is no different. The adjustments made during the season and the focus on player development are paying off. As we approach the crucial stretch of the season, every game becomes a must-win, and the role of stars like Hilton becomes even more pronounced. The Steelers are looking to build momentum, secure a playoff spot, and maybe even chase that elusive Super Bowl title that has been a part of their history for decades. And they are doing all of this with a roster that's hungry, disciplined, and full of talented players eager to leave their mark. So, Steelers fans, it's an exciting time. The team's defense is firing on all cylinders, and Mike Hilton is undeniably one of the key figures driving that success. His performances this year have not only boosted his reputation, but also reinvigorated hopes for a deep playoff run. The AFC North is a battlefield, but the Steelers are ready to stand their ground, and with players like Hilton leading the charge, they might just be the team to beat. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Of course, it's not just about one player or one game. It's about the entire team, the coaching staff, and the passionate fans who fill Heinz Field every Sunday, creating an atmosphere that energizes the players and makes Pittsburgh a fortress. The Steelers have always been more than just a team. They're a symbol of resilience, grit, and a never-say-die attitude. And this season, with the way Hilton and the defense are playing, it feels like that spirit is alive and well, more than ever. Looking further ahead, if the Steelers manage to keep this level of play, they could be one of the teams that surprise everyone come playoff time. The NFL is unpredictable, but that's part of what makes it so exciting. Teams rise and fall, stars are born, and legends are made on those cold January nights. Pittsburgh has a tradition of rising to the occasion, and with the defense playing at this high level, the team has a real shot at making some noise. And for all of you watching, I want to emphasize how crucial your support is. The passion and energy from the fans fuel the team, and every cheer, every post, and every share helps keep Steelers football in the spotlight. So keep that enthusiasm alive, keep believing. Because if there's one thing we know for sure, it's that the Steelers' story isn't over yet. There are chapters left to write, and players like Mike Hilton are helping pen some of the most exciting ones so far. In conclusion, the Steelers are on an upward trajectory, and this season might turn out to be one of their most memorable in recent history. Contributions of players like Hilton, combined with the strategic genius of the coaching staff and the relentless passion of the fans, create a perfect storm for success. The AFC North is fierce, but if Pittsburgh keeps playing like this, they could be the team that takes the division and makes a deep playoff run. So stay tuned, stay fired up, and let's keep supporting this incredible team. Because the best is yet to come, Steelers Nation. And I, for one, can't wait to see how this story unfolds. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Pittsburgh Steelers. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news.